MakingAScene.org brings you a look at the early promise of the social media era. For a little while, it felt like artists finally had a direct, unfiltered line to the people who cared about their music. You could share a flyer or a song and talk to your audience without a middleman. Then the platforms changed the rules. They tightened the algorithms and dropped organic reach. Suddenly, the fans who chose to follow you stopped seeing your posts, unless you paid the platform for the privilege of reaching them. This ecosystem is built on a massive power imbalance. The platform silently collects the data and sells the advertising space, while the artist is left with nothing but a dashboard full of crumbs. Relying exclusively on these platforms makes the artist a vulnerable tenant. You are building a community on land that you simply do not own. The old music business was built on physical control. Record labels dictated the budgets, radio stations controlled exposure, and retail shops controlled the shelf space. You needed permission to be seen. Today, the gatekeepers are tech platforms. They exert total control over discovery, reach, and fan behavior, effectively replacing the old labels as the primary barriers between you and your audience. The answer is not to abandon these platforms entirely. Instead, you must use them as roads that lead back to a house that you actually own. The goal for the independent artist is to own the relationship. You need a dedicated digital space where you dictate the terms and capture the value of the fan experience. That owned space is a modern community forum. These function as private indie music networks where fans can gather away from the noise and distraction of the social feed. You build this house on WordPress. It provides the essential artist-owned foundation to host your data. Next, add the social identity layer, using BuddyPress for individual profiles and messaging. Finally, install BBPress for dedicated rooms to talk about the music. Putting these tools together creates an infrastructure that gives your fans a sense of identity. It shifts the power dynamic from chasing attention to building actual assets. The spine of this entire house is a self-hosted newsletter system. It ensures your messages reach your audience without being filtered or throttled by an external algorithm. The forum and the newsletter work together. You can pull the most interesting conversations from the community and feature them in your emails, creating a recurring loop that brings fans back to your owned ecosystem. During registration, you capture vital data points like a fan's city or their favorite music styles. This information allows you to serve your audience better, like knowing exactly where to book your next tour. This infrastructure facilitates a transparent trade. The fan provides their attention and data, and the artist provides a sense of belonging and exclusive access. This community must connect to a revenue ecosystem. An owned forum only becomes sustainable when it is linked to your merch store, your tickets, and your memberships. One tool for this is the Fan Passport. It acts as a digital record of participation, allowing fans to earn stamps or badges when they attend a show, join a thread, or support a release. You bridge the physical and digital worlds using QR codes with specific jobs. A code at the merch table can lead a fan directly to a digital reward or a forum discussion about the new vinyl release. By tracking this participation, you identify your most loyal supporters. You can then offer these superfans tiered paid memberships that provide deeper access and recognition. This creates a flywheel. Fan activity generates useful data, the data helps you make better business decisions, and those decisions lead to predictable, direct-to-fan revenue. This digital strategy also supports your physical products. Tools like print on demand and native commerce allow you to sell vinyl and merch directly within your own community experience. Building a sustainable career requires moving past the viral lottery model, where you hope for an algorithmic miracle. Instead, you stack small, owned wins, from email signups to merch sales and tiered memberships, to create the predictable income that defines the music industry's new middle class. Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on MakingAScene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry. If enough artists stop chasing permission and start building their own rooms, we stop trying to save the old music industry and start actively building the next one.